So today, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear that I sound terrible, and that's because I caught a horrendous disease over the weekend while I was down in Cancun, Mexico. I caught a little disease called as "don't know when to shut the fuck up" disease.
Yeah.
Because when I get a little bit, a little drinky.
I was gonna say this is not a fun bit for audio only listeners. Nick is doing bottle hands.
Yeah, bottle hands, also known as shaka, also known as a whole lot of other things. When Nick has 20 to 25 tequilas, and then listens to aggressive dubstep, what he does is I'm speaking about he in the third person because it's not the Nick who's with you here today. That's not the same Nick.
No.
So this Nick needs to meet every single person simultaneously.
Yeah.
And every single person needs to be that Nick's best friend immediately. And so he jumped around and was like, "You're alive. This is the best. You got to make
You're
it."
telling other people that they're alive.
It's kind of a
in case they forgot.
It's supposed to be like motivational, like you made it this far,
Right,
and thank God for it, kind of thing.
God.
But it just looks like a sweaty dude without a shirt on, yelling an obvious fact to you.
like that.
You've made it. And so
I can't believe you aren't a frat bro. You encompass every frat bro stereotype, other than having been in a frat.
I see, and that's where we disagree genuinely. Because here I am trying to spread positivity. It's not like I'm walking around roofying girls. The only thing I'm spreading, it's not STDs, it's not drugs, it's positivity.
You're just a sweaty, obliterated, like leprechaun of a man, shaking people, shaking strangers.
If I see your head banging and grab by the shoulder, and it's like, you and me, brother, you and me.
Oh my God.
We're in this. We made it this far. It's a gorgeous moment for everybody.
Yeah.
So
at the cost of your voice, and
so I spent about 72 hours screaming. Just to strangers, but positive things, but strangers.
Wow.
And so I sound like your 40-year-old uncle who just had a tracheotomy.
Yeah, wow. To meet that Nick, considering for the past 2 hours I've been hanging out with Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
On your vocal hangover.
So I've been relaxing. I haven't been working. I've been doing like minimum work, no TikToks, no yelling at Danny, even though Danny has a lot to yell at me about today, apparently.
I have so much.
Danny came into our text chat today being like, "Oh, you wanted more calling Nick a cuck energy?" Apparently.
You've been such a cuck. And I'm so pissed.
I can't defend myself because I literally can't even raise my voice. So life is pain. But I'm Nicholas Connor, who was previously defeated by another iteration of me that was significantly drunker. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by award-winning director. Yeah, you're hearing it right, ladies and gentlemen. Award-winning director Daniel D. Motta. I don't know his middle name. It's not D, but I feel like if you go Daniel, you got to go D.
Daniel D. Motta.
I'm going to be real. They splurged on that trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's
big trophy, boy. Watch out, Oscars. Here comes a Bare Bones Film Festival from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Yeah, because there's always those rap songs straight out of Muskogee.
Straight out of Muskogee. Don't nobody know me.
Wow.
Don't make me go farther.
That's why he won the awards, ladies and gentlemen. So do you care to tell us about your experience? Because I haven't asked because, save it for the pod.
So I won best, what'd I win? Best short student film.
Blacked out whole weekend.
You can think you were drunk.
They got moonshine in Muskogee.
Try spending a weekend in Muskogee.
I'm sure it gets lit out there.
No, here's the thing.
You're telling me Muskogee wasn't lit?
Muskogee? I've never experienced an actual ghost town before.
Yeah.
Did you know those exist?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was real.
You've driven across the country. You've been through ghost towns.
I've never been to a town where it was once a booming industrial industry, which may be an oxymoron.
Yeah.
And literally every building you look in are like overturned desks for cover, like dust all in the cracked windows. Nothing is in business. There's nothing except a little civic center and the theater that the film festival is held in.
That's wild. They were like, if we can keep one thing, it's the arts.
Yeah, it's filmmaking.
Yeah, you're like,
it's
what?
Independent filmmaking.
Yeah, of course. The booming business of small-time production films.
It was so insane. It felt like a lawless land. We went and ate at Smack That restaurant.
Naturally. I mean, that's where else would you eat Muskogee?
Yeah, there was dispensaries around every corner.
Like weed dispensaries.
Weed dispensaries. I couldn't find a single grocery store.
Oh,
there
to
was
get,
a Smack
to get
That
zoinked and walk around a ghost ghost town, I would freak myself out so bad. It would be so fun.
It was terrifying. We were like, my roommate Josh and I were like walking around the town, and every 2 minutes our conversation would get interrupted by like, oh my God, that building's on fire. Like, it was insane. It was just ruins. We were in like a Dark Souls like secret area of America.
Yeah. What people don't realize is like large swaths of America are either like abandoned or borderline like third world countries.
That's just ridiculous considering that there's like traffic in LA. Like,
because it's gorgeous.
Build
here.
other places.
Oh yeah, because there's gonna be so many people being like, oh, the traffic in LA is so bad. Let's go to
Muskogee.
Let's get to Muskogee. No, listen, if for the 3 people from Oklahoma who are listening to this podcast, it's one of the worst states in the union. It genuinely is. I would say, like, at least like Louisiana is like rated the worst union, like state in the union, like between like poverty, education, all that. But at least they have New Orleans. At least they have jazz and Creole food. What the fuck's coming out of Oklahoma besides cows?
Yeah, there wasn't much. There was Tulsa, which was fine.
Oh, of course.
Not the best.
Cultural epicenter, Tulsa.
Yeah.
Is that where you flew into?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flew into Tulsa, got a hotel in Muskogee, and then got a hotel.
The one hotel, yeah.
We got a Motel 6 in Muskogee, and then left it the night we got there to go to a hotel in Tulsa.
Was it that bad?
It was unbelievable. Like burn holes in Josh's bed sheets, blood stains in mine.
No.
It was insane.
There was blood stains?
There was like blood stains all over my bed sheet. And then Josh was like, there was like a little refrigerator, and I like went over and opened it, and there were like 3 roaches. And I was like, oh, there's roaches. And Josh was like, nice, good. That's like the experience then.
Yeah.
Burn holes, blood stains, and roaches. That's when you can leave a hotel.
How far is Muskogee from Tulsa?
It's like an hour.
So you're like, well, I'd rather drive.
Yeah, I'd rather drive an hour at 8 a.m. to hit this festival.
Did you rent a car?
Yeah, we rented a car.
So how was the was the festival popping? Was it like the whole town came out?
It was like, even if the whole town came out, it was that wouldn't be popping. You know what I mean? Like, there is not a town left to come out. But no, it was cool. I met a lot of really, really great filmmakers who made like some awesome like horror features. Watched a bunch of short films and such. But yeah, just to catch everyone up, I won Best Student Film for a short film I made as my senior thesis at Ithaca College.
Danny went to art school. Did you guys know that?
I went to Fancy Pants school.
Did you guys know that Danny went to art? Like he's an artist.
Yeah, but so it was the worst part was flying back to LA because our flight was at like 9 p.m. We show up around like 6.
Okay.
And it's dead in the Tulsa airport.
You would figure because it's just such a big like transportation like depot. You would figure there'd be so many people.
Yeah, it's a booming, bustling hub.
It really is.
But it's like dead. There's 3 flights going out that night on Monday at 9 p.m. And every stop I could be stopped at, I had some Tulsan employee being like, oh, what'd you get that award for? And I had to be like, oh, this whole thing?
Okay, well, hold up. No, because I have a little bit of insider information on
this.
So he has a roommate, incredible roommate, who definitely has
Josh.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm building up towards who like texts me, and me and Josh don't have each other's numbers. Right. Josh introduced himself over text. He's like, hey, it's Josh, his last name, which happens to be the last name of a disgraced NFL wide receiver. And I'm like, I'm doing mental because I'm out and about. I just see the tagline, hey, it's Josh blank.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Did I run in this? Because like occasionally I'll get texts from people that are like, not like famous, but they'll be like, hey, like so-and-so gave me your number. Like, can we talk about YouTube? And
you thought it was like, hey, it's Roethlisberger from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I had no idea. I was like, it's got to be a scam, or being like one of those things where like hello, is Rihanna need $500 to come to concert? I thought it was one of those. I was like, all right, fucking get out of here, Josh blank.
Yeah.
And so I'm shooting the shit, and then I get home and I read it, and he's like, in case Danny doesn't fess up to it, I need to tell you, he walked around the entire airport with his trophy out, and every single time like he made eye contact with somebody, he was like slowly lifting it towards his face.
They had to know.
Yeah. They're like, listen, yeah, sure, I'm not from here, but I came here to mop up your trophies. All right, I'm leaving. I'm bringing it back to LA with me.
It's like when you go to AMC and you're an A-list member.
Naturally.
You have to go in the A-list line. I'm not going to get my popcorn sandwiched between some gross, reeking B-listers.
Like, you're not paying $5 a month to watch movies?
I pay $25 a month to be an AMC A-lister, I'll have you know.
You still have to pay for the tickets.
No, you don't.
What?
You don't pay for the tickets. What do you think I'm paying for? If not the tickets. What? You think I pay... Hold on. Shut up. You think I pay... Shut up. You think I pay so that I get to go in the A-list line at the concession stand?
I'm sure there's like 10% off concessions. I don't know. I didn't know it was unlimited movies because they tried to do that years ago with the goddamn card. And everyone was like, yeah, they're like, stupid. This is dumb.
This is $25 a month. You get to see 3 movies a week, which is... more movies than anyone could see a week.
3 movies a week come out.
Yeah, exactly. So you could see like as many movies as you want essentially at an AMC. And my favorite bit, the real perk of it, is that there is a big zigzaggy line going to concessions.
Yeah.
And those are the I don't even want to say it. The fucking B-listers. I don't even want their fucking name on my wretched tongue.
So gross being around them.
The line for the B-listers as they slug their way through to get their popcorn. And meanwhile,
just schlepping their way to death.
Yeah,
every step.
Every step is
just hogging oxygen, if we're being real. Just take it. It's like there's only so much. Can you fucking stop?
Just wasting my day. And then conversely, there is just a straight line for the A-list members to go straight up, grab your popcorn, get your little bonus rewards or whatever. The only thing that I don't like about the A-list line or the A-list like subscription is I still have to fucking sit with the B-listers.
Yeah, I want an MVP space.
Yeah, I want all the B-listers to sit in the front 2 rows.
It's everything beyond the 3rd row is all A-list. Just a fucking B-listers breaking their necks. Like, don't even fucking look back here.
I want B-listers to have to sit behind the screen. They're watching it mirrored.
Yeah, as long as I don't see them. No, it's so funny because like it's always so dumb to me the fact that there's 2 lines because it's literally
so funny. There's never that many people.
It's an AMC in like the middle of suburban California. There's 3 people in fucking line, and they all go to the same ones. It's just like if you get to the front of the A-list, they'll like skip you. They'll skip a B-lister and take you or some shit. So goddamn stupid. Danny won an award. He's gonna be a little bit unbearable about it for a while.
Especially if next week I'm going to another film festival. If I win that, you're gonna fucking kick me off this podcast. So, you're gonna hate me.
It's why we're filming a little step behind the curtain right now. It's why we're filming on a Wednesday because Danny is going to another film festival. Where's this one?
Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, home.
Yeah, home.
Oh, you're literally.
Yeah, I'm just going home.
That's significantly better.
Yeah, no, way better than Muskogee, Oklahoma.
So that's like a real one? Because like Hartford, the people live there.
It's it's like a bigger one. We got into the Yale Student Film Festival last weekend or 2 weekends ago. Didn't win, but got nominated for Best, which was cool.
Love that.
So this is the other Connecticut one we're doing at Hartford Trinity Center.
Gotcha.
Wherever that is.
How's it feel to be beyond your peak? How's it feel to be on the downward slope?
Yeah, I'm coming down now after Muskogee.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I've definitely felt it. Like the second I got on the plane, I was like, why not kill myself?
Yeah, you're like, listen, like I'm sure
what's left?
I'm sure the Tucson to LA flight, probably one of the higher suicide rates. They're like, where are we going? What are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here?
LA.
I guess no. LA to Tucson.
Oh, to Tucson. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, like fucking where are we at in here? Yeah. So next week, who knows? Maybe Danny will have 2 trophies.
Every time I win an award, I'm going to bring them all.
I would hope so. Yeah. And then we can just have a bunch of trophies that look like they belong in 13-year-olds soccer tournaments.
How dare you? I earned this award.
I'm sure you did, Daniel. But it is very much
sorry they can't shell out for what do you want, a full cow skull made of gold? Like,
I don't know, maybe something that does it like at least they could have filled out the back, Daddy.
Look, as long as my name is on it and everyone knows I was the best, give that back. Anyway, should we get to our sponsor?
So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Otakus Anonymous. My name is Nick/NCHammer23 or the Weeb Commander, and you are either listening or watching. We currently acquired our first ever sponsor. We got sponsored by Manscaped in a very funny kind of twist of fate. It was just kind of like we're managed by a media group who gets all of our sponsors, and they were like, "Oh, Manscaped's interested," and we're like, "Oh." Okay, it's like literally the most perfect thing ever because they were like, one, razors, and two, they were like, we'll send you underwear. They don't watch the podcast. It's just like, oh, the two things we talk about, hair and underwear, unreal. So Danny's got an ad read. He's got to do it. I mean, you could skip it if you want to, but
don't. What are you doing?
Don't skip it.
This is why it's
what I'm saying is you can skip it if you want to, but like
they know their rights.
Well, I'm saying, but the monumental moment, first ever ad. So if you skip it, you're a fake fan. That's all I'm saying.
Right. God.
Please, I'm gonna pop in.
No wonder it's taken.
I'm gonna pop in a redacted.
You fucking geezer! Oh my God.
What am I looking? What's the word I'm looking for here?
Lozenge.
That's the one.
Anyway, Nick, don't be that guy at the beach with Austin Powers chest hair. And if you grew some winter man tits, the least you could do is make sure they're hairless. It's time to get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code Otakus. I personally love being hairless.
Okay.
And I'm not hairless right now just because who am I trying to impress? I got no one to show. Whenever Sarah's visiting, when I'm visiting Sarah, 100% hairless. I just feel good and confident. Makes your arms kind of look bigger when you have shaved arms. Makes your chest look bigger when your chest is shaved. I love a good shaved stomach. Really makes your abs kind of look
pops.
Yeah. It's like if everyone's got a great body. Why not show it off? Enough about me. More about Manscaped. You might notice we have this box right here. Oh, Nick, I'm glad you asked. Manscaped was gracious enough to send us the Performance Package 4.0. The Performance Package 4.0 comes with the essential Lawnmower 4.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. Let's crack this guy open. What's in here? Oh my God! Comes with the Lawnmower 4.0, which is a razor ready for audio-only listeners.
Wow.
That's a razor.
I'm sure they love that.
It's an electric razor. It's a very, very cool. Look at that. It lights up.
In case you gotta shave in the dark.
In case you're shaving in the dark. In case you're manscaping in your man cave. Whether you're trimming your chest or the treasure chest in your pants, this is the best trimmer on the market. Their trimmer features a ceramic blade designed to cut hair on loose skin and to reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology. I need that. Dude, oh my God. When I'm trimming my balls, it is a fucking it's like a dog's chew toy down there.
It takes years of practice. Yeah, I've been doing it since I was 13.
Yeah, do you go down and you're like hairless breathing?
Yeah.
17 slice. Here's for our Avatar: The Last Airbender fans. You can even trim an arrow pointing to the promised land if you're bold enough. I know I sure will be. Inside the performance package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner. An anti-chafing
Why are you putting so much emphasis on ball? We got fucking ball deodorizers. Okay. We're good. We're all right. Please finish the fucking ad.
I'll do one more.
Okay, please.
Inside the performance package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant.
Okay. All right. Inside the performance package, you will also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer, because we know how painful chafing can be when you're wearing a bathing suit all day. No one likes nose hairs, so the package also comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0.
You also get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped boxer. Don't choke. I am very excited about these boxers. Especially after trimming, you want something nice and soft against all of those freshly shaven parts. If you're wearing sandals, you need to get the Manscaped Shears 2.0 nail kit. Having the right tools for grooming is essential. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. If all of this sounds enticing to you guys, you can get 20% off plus free shipping with code Otakus at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code Otakus at manscaped.com. Trim your testicles with the besticles. I didn't come up with that. They told me to say that one.
That was really good, guys. Thank you so much.
Holy shit.
We did our...
Do we have time left for the rest of the pod? That was the funniest segment we've ever done, and it was a fucking ad.
I don't think they're gonna like that very much.
I don't think we'll ever get another.
I don't think we're getting more razors, ladies and gentlemen. I think that might be the last one, or they'll love us, or they'll renew immediately. That's entirely up to them. Okay, so to get into our training arc here a little bit, because a lot happened this week.
Yeah.
Me and Danny already did a cold opening. Danny went to a thingy in Muskogee. I went to Cancun. Big problem for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So on the way back from Cancun, I was sitting in front of my favorite artist.
Okay.
Could not recline my seat because of it. I was like a guy who I saw perform. I was like, oh, dude, what's up? Like, we're talking about like our tattoo artist. I'm going to get tattooed by him soon. We're just shooting the shit. And then like I turned back around, flight's about to take off, and I'm thinking, I'm sitting for a 5-hour flight in front of one of my idols. There's no fucking way I can recline this seat. There's no way. I'm not gonna recline on like Obama's legs.
What are you talking? I feel like it's totally understandable. You think like T-Pain doesn't understand the necessity of comfort?
I'm not. But when you recline onto somebody, he's tall.
It's not what.
I'm not gonna take his
Or are
legs.
you in first class? It just lays right down into his lap.
No, but like anytime somebody reclines in front of you on the airplane,
then they recline back.
It's a compromise of space.
You just set the domino effect. It's fine.
No,
every man for himself on a plane.
Couldn't do it.
Who's the artist?
Company.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a dubstep artist. He's like one of my favorite. But yeah, he was super, super nice. We talked about going surfing one time.
Nice.
Yeah, we were like, oh, maybe like because we DM on Instagram.
Right. So, yeah, you were talking about this last week.
Yeah.
Nice, but you couldn't recline.
No, I was not gonna.
Wow.
No, not
nice.
Even, I wanted to be polite. So yeah, I sat like pristine posture for like 5 hours, like sweating. I mean, like, yeah, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be good.
Oh my god, just gripping Dorothy's hand.
Outside of non-anime related things, that is to say, anime.
Yeah,
of non-anime. Exactly, double negative.
Okay.
Vinland Saga maybe dropped the greatest episode in the history of anime.
That's what my friend was telling me.
It was quite literally a masterpiece.
Wow. In terms of what? Animation, story, hype?
It was, so Vinland Saga for me has always been fine. It's been fine. It's good.
Because you didn't read the manga. That's my opinion.
Exactly. It's just, it's good. You know, it's just like, I'm sure with time it'll get like great. But I thought part one, the prequel, was fine. It's a story about a little boy going through trauma and trying to become like, you know, like trying to get a revenge story. We've seen it a million times.
It's the Northman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The farm arc has been really cool with like the talks about trauma and the talks about like guilt and like overcoming and the creed in the world. And for the last 3 or 4 episodes, they've been building up this character named Gardar, who's he's like the white, he's the husband of like one of the slaves they work with. And in 3 or 4 episodes, they managed to build such a compelling story about like greed and pain and just like the blasphemy and like problems with war. And it came to such a head with one of the most intense yet beautiful musical scores I've ever heard in anime. I didn't cry.
Okay.
Because I was beyond crying.
Whoa. You got drier.
I wasn't
It took the moisture from you.
Literally, I wasn't like devastated.
Yeah.
I was enthralled. Like I was just like for 20 minutes I just sat like with my mouth slightly agape because like there's barely any conversation in the entire episode.
Yeah.
And it's just like show like flashbacks of memories and like building this guy's story up and like him and his wife like heading home and all of these kinds of things into one of the most like intense yet gorgeous stories I've ever seen weaved in my entire life.
Wow.
Like it
woven.
Whatever. Vinland Saga went from good to like in that one episode, maybe one of my favorite animes of all time.
Wow. High praise.
I if it gets anything less than 10 on IMDb, I will never trust a rating ever again. Like it is, hands down, I would say that Meruem's death episode.
In what anime?
Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe like Naruto versus Pain. And then like a couple other like big episodes, like the Freedom episode and Attack on Titan, like perfect anime episodes.
Yeah.
it's there. It's
wow.
No notes, legitimately.
Wow, interesting. I would put episode 8 of Chainsaw Man under that list.
Is that Himeno?
That's Himeno.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's just like in terms of like perfect anime episodes. But no, that's super interesting that like it's always crazy to me that Vinland Saga is kind of the only piece of media that's been able to tell a long form Norse story that bangs. You know what I mean? Like Vikings was like whatever. It was like a rip-off Game of Thrones.
Oh, like the TV show Vikings.
Yeah, the TV show
There's
Vikings.
Lost Kingdom?
Yeah, Lost Kingdom's apparently good.
Yeah.
But I haven't like.
They also came out with a movie that was awful.
Oh, damn,
it was like number one on Netflix, and I was like, oh, cool, Vikings killing each other. And then I was like, oh, this is like very much a tie-in movie. I have no idea what's going
it's like
on.
it's like One Piece Red or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
like one of those.
Popped into a universe, and everyone was like meeting. They're like, oh, so it's been so long since I've seen you, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing here.
No, but it's very interesting that like Vinland Saga, because I like Norse mythology is so much more limited than most other mythologies because it's like,
oh, there's gonna be some angry people with no personalities coming at you.
It's just a fact.
Oh,
I
think Thor and Loki are the greatest gods of all time.
They can be. That's fine.
Why is Thor fat? He shouldn't be fat.
I've never heard you do this character.
I know. This is my just like I hate you voice. Yeah.
No, like literally in terms of like there isn't that much material as much as like Greek mythology because most of it was like lost to raids and like or like is told verbally. Like a lot of the stories are passed down verbally and not like written in books or just like carved onto like runes carved into what are now ruins, you know?
Gotcha.
And so like a lot of Norse mythology is taking from like the same very limited pool. Like if you read Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology, you know the plot of every Norse thing that's ever happened.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
It is wild how much more informed you are than me on this matter.
Well, like, mythology's hype, but when you get into Norse, it's like, oh, like, this game's gonna tackle Norse mythology, and it's like, oh, cool, I've played that 11 times.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair. Like, we've done it.
Yeah, whereas, like, you could play, like, the older God of Wars, which were still in Greek mythology, and find stories you've never heard of. Like, there were so many smaller side stories in Greek and Egyptian we know like a ton about, but no one's making media on because, you know.
Looking at it objectively, like looking at like what we learned in school, why did I spend an entire year in middle school learning about Greek mythology?
It's always Greek. I wonder if it's because there's so much of it. It's probably also just because of racism a bit.
Oh, for sure. They're like, oh, these are like, they're white-ish. White enough, you know?
Well, they also like teach lessons. So a lot of times,
yes,
sort of ish. Like you can teach a lesson from it. It's not just like Norse mythology is a lot of like this happened and that's the story, and it's just like fun lore.
Like looking back at it, I was like, this is sick. I love learning about this, which I didn't think for anything else. But at the same time, I don't know what a 1099 is. Yeah. Like, what are we? Why
have employees? That's so disturbing.
I do know what a 1099 is. Okay, I'm aware of what a 1099 is. Yeah. But like, why am I learning about Hephaestus? I don't fucking. What do I need? What do I need learning about Hephaestus? Yeah. There's no need.
I know. It's the fun unit, I guess. It's for morale.
I get, yeah, because like we had a thing where we all dressed up as our characters, and I was Hephaestus. I like covered myself in like ash, and like I like limped and all.
I didn't
that.
know this would turn into a self-hating thing.
I don't know why I got
Hephaestus.
You know what I was stoked about being Hephaestus? I was like, he got to marry Aphrodite for a little bit, and I was like, eh. And then the girl I had a crush on was Aphrodite, which is weird because they definitely chose like the pretty girl in our class and made her Aphrodite, and I was like, I don't like that the teacher chose this. I'm gonna be.
I like the like villain origin story that you, the like very successful, very handsome, like very wealthy man started like as the ugly, decrepit Greek god, just like hammering away, like I will throw them all.
Aphrodite won't. She'll hate the fact that she left me soon. As I'm fucking hammering away in the mountains. Yeah, that's me.
But no, so like most Norse stuff is like not super engaging. I mean, it's fun, it's cool, it's all cool, but it's just there hasn't been much media that is like a 10 out of 10 Norse story.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, God of War.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
They
really do
know.
love doubling down.
They know. It's just too...
Do you want to make fun of Fortnite's role-playing games while we're at it, or because Fortnite's having a moment right now, dude? Fortnite's having a fucking moment. Fortnite. No, listen. There's gonna be people who like listen that relate to this. Fortnite is currently the best Star Wars game on the planet and the best like Attack on Titan game we've ever gotten. There is literally like full-on fan-made like Attack on Titan games. The ODM gear and like the force control and the lightsabers right now, Fortnite's going nuts.
That's bold considering a Star Wars game came out 3 days ago. Jedi Survivor.
I guarantee you, Fortnite's better.
Well, here's the thing, and I would take that guarantee if I trusted you. If you were a man of integrity and value.
I haven't played either games.
What do you mean?
I haven't played Fortnite since it updated. Everyone's saying it's good. Danny wanted to. I'm giving Danny a segue because he wanted to talk about something.
Why do you say these things?
I'm a little.
What are you?
I'm a little clown.
Oh my god!
I keep my finger on the pulse. I know exactly what's going.
This, Nick. Today in the chat, so we're gonna do. It turns out last week we had a tiebreaker with the anime silhouettes.
Neither of us were right about the score, but somehow it still came out to a tie.
But it's a tie.
Yeah.
We tied, so we're gonna do the silhouettes again. Sorry for you audio-only listeners.
But also, like,
come
Danny's
to YouTube.
Gonna be in Connecticut again this weekend, so we can't go to volleyball anyways.
Yeah. So come to YouTube because you'll be able to see the silhouettes, and it's very fun to play along with us.
Great plug.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing, you slippery bastard.
That's me.
So Nick was like, don't include these characters because I haven't seen these shows. He goes, don't do Bungo Stray Dogs, that'd be unfair. Don't do Yuri on Ice, that'd be unfair. Then he goes, don't do Food Wars. And I'm like, wait a second. One of our most successful TikToks is over you being like, I've seen the first 4 seasons of Food Wars.
First 4 plates is what you're looking for.
You said core. Oh, yeah, plates. Yeah.
Get the terminology right, you fucking
What the
poser.
fuck? What are you?
What?
How did you, like, I can't believe that happened. You came out.
You've known me for months now. Are you
insane.
surprised that I have knowledge about things that I haven't seen?
But just say that. Say you haven't seen it. Why are you like, I've seen the first 4 plates,
Danny,
and then you dive into this story?
Danny, you want to know? You want to know why?
What?
Because when you say you haven't seen a show, they never shut up about telling you to see it, Daniel.
That's content. That's engagement.
You put on a little clown mask, you look up a wiki, little spark notes, and you're like, oh, cool, there's tentacles grabbing a woman. I can relate to that. The main character's name is Soma. He's got red hair. He's got a hot father. I know all this information so I can keep the little charade going so they don't get on my trail being like, oh, you have to watch Food Wars. You got to watch Food Wars. I have so many things I need to watch, Danny. So many. So I keep my finger on the pulse, Danny. I keep my hand around the throat of the anime community, and I let them know I've seen it. I know it, even when I haven't, because that way they stay off my trail.
I can't believe I'm over here like fucking town doofus to our whole community because I haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist because I don't know what a chimera ant is. And meanwhile, you're over here. What are you talking about? 2 different things.
Hunter,
don't know it.
Chimera ant.
Yes.
Full Metal
Alchemist also don't know it.
Gotcha. I thought
That's
you were
what I'm
that
saying.
The chimera ants came from.
No. I know that much. Guess what? I'm not a fucking coward in saying that I've seen it just because I know the word chimera ant. I can't believe you right now. You're like, shut up. That you're like, I can't believe that you're like, yeah, I've seen the poster of Food Wars. I'm gonna fucking big dick you over here. Act like I'm the Food Wars expert.
I am.
On our own podcast.
How hard is it to be the Food Wars expert exactly? It's not a complicated plot.
I can't believe. Then let Stank put the characters in. How about that, huh? If you're gonna, you don't even know what they look like. That's what I'm saying.
I know one of them's got red hair.
That's insane.
But it's not.
That's so insane of you.
Not watching Food Wars and not seeing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Hunter x Hunter, massively different things. Food Wars is Yu-Gi-Oh with food.
Have you seen every show of the statues you own in this room?
Probably.
I'll tell you right now, the answer's no.
I do not have a Food Wars statue.
Haven't seen Digimon.
That was given to us. You know that
here.
You were
Still
there.
up here.
Do you want
all
it?
those girls up there? Do you know them?
Yeah, that's a Stalfo. That's actually one of them is a man. That's a Stolfo. Yeah, the one with the pink hair on the left is a man.
Okay.
A Stolfo. That's
Stango,
Rem.
Stolfo, and Stalling.
Yeah, and that's Rem and Ram. They're both from ReZero.
Okay.
I have no statues of shows I haven't seen. Guarantee.
God,
Hard guarantee. Oh, wait, no.
Huh.
No, yeah, we're good.
God,
He's from Haikyuu. I've seen Haikyuu.
Can't fucking believe you.
Oh, I'm sorry that this is dissolving your reality.
Just never meet your heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, it's a facade.
You fucking
You keep them on their toes.
poser.
My entire personality on the internet is anime guy
It's a sham.
who knows everything.
But you don't have to. It's anime guy who knows Naruto, and then knows something about a second show, and then it could be anime guy who knows everything about that second show.
I have an entire channel dedicated to every shonen anime out there.
Yeah, dedicated to knowing a little bit or lying about every show.
I know a lot about every show I cover. How dare
More like the weeb slander.
Oh, how
Yeah,
dare
how about
you?
that, huh?
You're slandering me.
that?
You motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is not even this is nothing. This
Wow.
is nothing sauce.
God.
Listen, at least I was open with you. That was a moment of honesty, and you dragged it into this
Never
public
again.
forum.
Don't you
into
dare.
this public forum, you dragged
Don't
it.
you
Here I
dare.
am saying award-winning director Daniel Motta.
This is true.
Letting
This
you-
is a fact.
Sure it is.
I didn't leave. You think I bought this on my way back?
I bet you could.
I bet I could
it would be hard.
You think I went all the way to Muskogee, found out it was a shitty film festival, didn't even win that, didn't get to shake hands with a single person, found out I'll never make it in this industry, found the one IHOP or a party city that sells fucking fake trophies,
Customized trophies.
flew all the way back here and told this whole fake story about a city that isn't even real, made a fake name called Muskogee knowing no one would double check me, flew all the way back here and pretended to win this award. Is that what you think, Nick?
I listen. All I'm gonna say is sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it, baby. A bunch of people see you walking around with that little trophy. How many people ask, "Hey, what do you do? Are you a director?" And guess how many people you said, "Oh yeah, I made a little movie. Oh, it's called Portraits. You might want to check it out. I won an award." And the Muskogee home, they're like, "Oh, I think there was a movie thing here. We got theater."
I would never stoop to your
You
level.
walk around like, "Oh look, oh my God, he's got a trophy. What did he win? Did he win the local youth soccer tournament? Yeah, he might have. Or is he a director? And he might be. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that's called speaking it into the universe, faking it until you make it, baby.
What's your next subject? What's our next topic?
I finished the Chainsaw Man manga.
Oh, how was that?
So fucking good. So goddamn good.
Chainsaw Man 1?
Both. I'm caught up.
Oh, got you. You're caught up. It's not over, though.
No, it's on chapter 128.
I hear, how's 2 compared to 1? I had a friend. Really? Like,
very weird.
Still good, though?
Yeah, very good. Denji's just like not around.
Yeah, not the main character.
Yeah, he's just
apparently.
not around. It's just like some like definitely on the spectrum incel.
Yeah.
Who I love. She's my fucking favorite. And it's crazy. The ending of part 1. I mean, how far?
The anime. Yeah.
Oh my God, you are not even okay. The ending of part 1, nuts. Emotional roller coaster. It's a dick punch the entire way down. And then part 1 ends. And it's like pretty beautiful. Like Denji comes to a very round, like he like very much like begins to appreciate who he is. And he has like a very like, it's like him coming like into himself. Really cool. Part 2 introduces Asa and Yoru, who's the war devil. And she's a really interesting character who struggles with things very differently than Denji. Like has very different, like just like is not personable.
Right.
When Denji's like,
she's the war devil? That sounds hardcore.
So the war devil, so there's 4 horsemen.
Okay.
As the war, famine,
death and
no, the death. I don't think the death. We haven't met the death devil. I don't think.
Crazy. You would think that'd come up in like episode 6.
There's 2 primal devils. Those are devils named after primal fears. It's currently, well, the second one is kind of a spoiler, but not really. Like, so it's just like things that every human is born with, like being afraid of. So it's darkness and falling currently.
That's hype.
Yeah, right.
I like that's falling. I almost made a joke where it's like spiders and dentists, but
yeah, I mean, I could imagine the dentist devil is actually relatively strong.
I'm shocked there's not a like talking to women devil.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
That has to come up, especially with the show's sense of humor or the manga sense of humor. Like,
there's legitimately one of the funniest scenes in the entire like manga where Denji's trying to help Asa from the falling devil, and the way that the falling devil's powers work is that like the sadder they like make you think of things that make you sad, and then you go up into the air, and the sadder you are, the higher into the air you go, and so and then like once you like are you at your peak of sadness, it drops and you die. It's sick. It's really cool.
So cool.
And so they like Denji's like trying to save people, and one of the characters is like, "You'll never get laid," and he just shoots into the air. Yeah, it's like everything else that happens in his life doesn't make him sad. And they're like, "You're never gonna get laid," and he just fucking flies into the air. It was hilarious.
That's all it takes. Does it like it manipulates you, right? Like, or is it just like if I went up to you and I was like, "Looking a little chubby today, Nick," you're just
yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if you're in the presence of like a certain amount of like distance from the falling devil, like you just shoot up in the air.
Yeah.
And it's just incredibly super badass. And there's just like a lot going on. But like part 2 is so much fun. And there's like intrigue. There's like mystery.
Nice.
Because a lot of stuff happens at the end of part 1. So like I read it and I was like, damn, I'm starting to get it.
Yeah.
But everyone's always talking about like, oh, the Chainsaw Man plot is confusing. It's convoluted. It's not. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's just literally just like a dude with chainsaws. Everyone's like, oh man, the lore is like all over the place. It's not complicated.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wild. I mean, you know, as an anime only watcher, it's been so simple so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good though. Like,
that's so sick. Man, the Falling Devil makes me want to read the manga. I am drowning in manga currently, including Fire Punch. But
why are you? So you're reading Fire Punch
I was
before
sent
you
Fire Punch.
Yeah. But you're reading Fire Punch before you read Chainsaw Man.
Wasn't sent Chainsaw Man.
Oh, you were sent Fire Punch.
I was sent.
Those are written by the same people.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fire Punch is awful.
No, really.
It's like it's good. It hurts like
this
the whole
is another strange thing about you that you do this. Where you're like, yeah, that sucks. And I'm like, oh man, you're like, in a good way. And I'm like, oh. And you're like, because you'll be upset. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah. And you're like, but it's great.
I'm like that Gordon.
What do you want?
I'm like the Gordon Ramsay memes.
Yeah,
this is the best thing I've ever tasted on Reverse Day. No, like on the opposite day or whatever the fuck.
I love Reverse Day. No, keep that.
It was a classic.
That's so funny.
All we were doing as kids.
That's so funny.
It's just like there's things that you read. You were like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
But you're like, it's so fuck. I can't take my eyes off it.
That's hype.
It hurts me though.
That's good.
Yeah, and that's Fire Punch and Chainsaw Man.
Right.
But yeah, outside of that, read the fucking Chainsaw Man manga. It's incredible. See, I do know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Oh my god.
I'm caught up with all the big manga currently.
Can I? I don't mean to make this the I Bully Nick episode.
Oh,
but since his voice is hurt.
Get that started, ladies and gentlemen.
Since the voice is hurt, it feels like you have one arm tied behind your back, so I can just lay into you.
This is the get the punches in.
Yeah. I was watching your TikTok today.
Which one?
And
I posted like 6 TikToks today.
And just your channel today.
Okay.
I was watching your TikTok channel, and you do so many series of this where you're like, ranking and explaining the Akatsuki.
Yes.
You don't fucking rank them.
What do you mean?
You never rank them. I watched the Jugo video today, and you explain Jugo, but you don't like put him next to anyone.
It's the order they appear in.
What do you mean?
It's the order they appear in.
That's not a rank.
That's the order they appear in is the rank. So the first part is the weakest, and the last part is the strongest.
But they're not. How would I know that?
You watch the whole thing.
But that's not a rank.
That is?
No, that's an order.
What on God's green earth is the difference between an order and a rank, Daniel?
What? You think that if I'm like, okay, rank your 3 best friends, you think I mean like in order of when you met them?
No. I'm saying, Danny, what I'm saying is the last part, part 17 of ranking and explaining the Akatsuki, that's the strongest Akatsuki member. The second to last part is the second strongest.
But how do I know what part I'm in? That's the problem.
It says right there. It's like part 9. It's like part 9.
No, it just says ranking and explaining the Akatsuki, Jugo.
Oh, I changed that because like I was like, oh, like if people see a character they like, then they'll check in. But you can just scroll through TikTok and you'd be like,
but I don't know what order it is. If I got to do all this legwork, put the number.
No.
What do you mean no?
It works better for views.
That's horrible.
I'm not blame it on the attention of every 12-year-old watching Akatsuki videos.
Wow.
I'm sorry, they don't want to see part 17. They want to see part Sasuke.
That's infuriating to me. I understand. I get the grind.
Yeah.
I get you got to play the game to win. Infuriating in terms of my own entertainment value because I watched this whole Jugo breakdown and I'm like, I don't know how good he is in the grand scheme of things.
Want a little peek behind the curtain?
Yeah.
There's a whole YouTube video.
Of Jugo?
Of me ranking the Akatsuki.
Wow.
That's what I was doing for a couple weeks there. I was just going back to old YouTube videos and breaking them into 30 parts.
That's so
like
smart.
how you do it, like a cut and paste. But I was just like being like, oh my God, totally original content. What's Nick doing here? And you know what? It kind of worked. Not really.
That's what you got to do.
That's why we stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I've just become a reactor on TikTok. I just put it's Naruto versus Sasuke, who wins? And I'm like, I think this. And everyone's like, you're a cuck. And I'm like, I don't know. Everyone's saying that recently. You might be right. Who knows?
Oh my God. Jeez, I didn't realize. Just like that, you can bullet. Don't fucking pop it ever.
I have to. If I don't keep a steady stream of redacted lozenges into my mouth currently, I will fall apart.
I just don't like that you made eye contact. You were like, yeah, what do you think of that, pussy?
Just chew it. Is that not how you get through these bad boys?
That'd be a power move.
Just start
crush
bleeding.
it and snort it up. So, Nick, have you heard of this?
Wow, that is jarring.
That's you.
I know.
That's a you impression.
Your eyes were so wide open.
That's what you do. And then I could go, well, that's what you do also. Yep. I am kind of good.
It's the Michael Jordan shrug.
Yeah, you're. What can I say? I'm a people person.
Listen,
that's you.
That act, it's just like it's unspoken words.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh, hey, you want to go somewhere? Not really. If I'm being real.
You're like a young Larry David.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway,
all Jew, baby.
All Jew, baby. Little Nick Kroll.
Yeah, that's me.
So Nick, have you heard of this cat billboard in Japan?
Yes. The one where it's 3D and it walks around and it lays down. Yeah, it's in Shibuya.
I'm
sorry. What?
Chat. How did you do that?
What?
How'd you do that?
Do what?
Literally seconds ago, before we blooped. They were like,
this is why you watch live, ladies and gentlemen.
They were like, talk about the 3D billboard.
Yeah.
And then you go, I don't know what the fuck that is. Mm-hmm. And I go, I do. I'll talk about it. Mm-hmm. I didn't mention the cat. How'd you do that?
Little thing I like
Your lies transcend even you.
Listen, if I could be so real, 3D. There's a lot of 3D billboards. So I didn't know which one you were talking about. Okay. So I was like, yeah, I don't know what that is. So I will figure it out. Also, I just like to keep you on your toes. I like to think.
So you lied about not knowing that time?
Not really. It wasn't like it was more a lie of omission. It wasn't like I don't know. There's a lot of 3D billboards. They're very popular in Japan. I was in Japan 2 months ago, twice.
Wow.
They're everywhere. They're in Shibuya. They're in Roppongi. They're in Minato.
Anyway, this cat billboard is crazy.
Harajuku.
It's terrifying. I hate it.
I think they even have them at Times Square.
Do they?
It's not hard. You just need to have a billboard that goes out and is like that, and then you make a drop
I guess so, yeah.
It's not that complicated.
It's so freaky. It's like the most Blade Runner-ass thing. It's one step before that giant woman in Blade Runner who comes out and is like, hi, user.
I mean, like, we can hope, right?
I
hope we're closer to that every single day.
That billboard sent that dude into an existential spiral that led to his death.
Oh. I haven't seen Blade Runner.
I know.
Okay.
The second you were like, oh, I know what you're talking about, I was like, no, he doesn't.
There's TikToks of it. I've watched 90% of most movies through the medium of TikTok. I just like somehow, and you've seen it, you've seen my feed. It's literally just like, oh, I'm watching like No Country for Old Men now. And just like 1 minute at a fucking time.
Yeah, part 38 of No Country for Old Men.
I think it's honestly because like that's how you used to watch anime. Not like you would like be like YouTube clips who post like Naruto episode 420.
Yeah, like 1 of 8.
Yeah, exactly, 1 of 8. And they'd be like same with movies back in the day when YouTube was
like
a lawless land.
Desaturated and like bouncing around the frame a little.
And I think like my brain has just been hardwired to be like, like a movie watched 1 minute at a time is actually only like 10 minutes long.
Have you ever seen the ones that are like, it'll be some indie movie no one's ever heard of with some terrible copyright-free music playing and some like AI that like doesn't speak English, and it's like it's like very fast. It's like, boy, girl, go on camping trip. Girl stands on landmine, doesn't know that it's bomb. Man comes out, oh no, it's bomb. Have to wonder why they leave.
No.
It's like, it'll be a whole movie.
That sounds a whole movie of
like,
that?
It's like, a 5-part like summary of a film from like an AI pumped through. I don't believe you.
No, I have. No, I absolutely have. It's like the bad explanations of like movies and stuff. Yeah, I've seen those.
Okay.
Yeah, those are like I've
got like my fucking hand on my pistol.
I love how squirrely you are. This is good. This is a really good thought exercise. You should never believe things you hear on the internet.
I should never believe things I hear on my podcast. You asshole.
Gotta keep listening. Always do your research.
Don't make this a like we live in society bit.
We do. We live in a society where talking heads form your opinions without you doing your own research.
I'm like rage sweating. I need a fucking bowl reviver.
That's why I changed my shirt. Yeah, it was physically wet.
Jesus.
So I'd like to come out and say I was wrong.
Good.
I was wrong. So I was like, oh, Heaven's Paradise, Hell's Paradise. It's going to be 120 episodes.
Oh, I saw you get torn asunder over it.
I don't know if torn asunder. I definitely had
Well, a lot of people were like, who's this guy think he is?
It's going to be nowhere near 120 episodes. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Who gives a shit? Because I thought like, oh, episode 1 was chapter 1. And then I was like, oh, cool. We're probably going to do like, because the chapters are so long.
Yeah.
Hell's Paradise is fucking moving.
Yeah.
It's like, almost too fast.
Yeah.
Like they're not skipping anything, but I'm like, let me breathe.
They're just cooking,
I'm just like, let me breathe, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like we've already lost like 4 of Simon. Like I'm just like, we're on episode like 5. We're in chapter like 15, 16.
Yeah.
They're doing like 2-3 chapters an episode, and that's like 140 pages an episode.
Yeah.
It is cooking. It's cooking to the point where I watched Demon Slayer after I watched Hell's Paradise, and I was like,
to wind down.
I was like, this could be faster.
Whoa.
I was like, this is kind of slow right now, which is insane because Demon Slayer is the blueprint for like anime pacing.
You know what is weird? Are you caught up with Demon Slayer?
The anime, yeah.
Yeah, the anime. I got a DM today or I posted a poll and I was like, how are we liking Demon Slayer season 3? And I got a DM of someone being like, oh, I feel like the pacing's dragging. Like they're doing what could be done in 2 minutes and 30. And I was like, what?
Where?
It was just, and I was like, it's funny that you have now kind of said that. And I was like, huh.
No.
It is, I wonder, here's the thing, because Daniel Duenas, our friend,
yes,
has said to me that he doesn't love season 2 because it's just a big fight. Like, it's just fighting. It's not like,
is the Swordsmith Village arc, yeah.
Right. And it's not like an adventure like season 1 was, and like, you know, going through training, acquiring skills and characters and stuff. Season 2 is very much they go to a town, they fight in the town, end. And this is that also.
Exactly, to a T.
I wonder if it was hype in season 2 for a lot of people because it's like the concept of like a whole season being just one fight was like, whoa, crazy, let's go. And then now it's again, and people are like, come on, let's get moving. Most shows do a fight an episode and then move on.
Yeah.
I'm still loving it as like the resident Demon Slayer soy boy cuck.
I thought we're both.
Listen, I'm a Demon Slayer simp for sure.
Oh no.
You watch other men fuck your significant other. So if you want to stop being called a cuck, you better stop doing that.
What am I, Sneeko? Or Sneakies? Or I don't fucking keep up with YouTube drama.
You had it though the first time, yeah.
Sneeko?
That's like being like, yeah, have you like seen that anime that's like, you know, I don't like Sword Art Online or something?
Yeah, like Sword Art Online Alicization Part 2, you know, when Alice.
Yeah, don't act like you don't know.
No,
like
I barely. I haven't watched any of the videos. Cody, my editor, is like tapped into all YouTube drama and he just texts me about it.
Yeah, just sending you up the latest moist critical news.
I literally get like Twitter text updates from him. He's like, oh, Sneeko's wife got fucked. And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Anyway.
Continue.
But no, like I like Demon Slayer. I don't think it's going too slow, but I get it. I can wrap my head around people being like, let's not make every season a town.
That's unfortunately everything after like once you hit the entertainment district arc, that's the show. It's like,
it's funny because that's One Piece. Kinda.
Sort of.
Every like arc is like is an island.
Yeah, I would say it's a matter of scale.
Yeah.
Like I'd say if you scaled up Demon Slayer to the level, like in terms of like sheer chapter amount, like you would have like a very similar thing. It's like we went to a new place. The new place had bad guys. They were mean to somebody. Luffy didn't love that. And then now that person's dead. And we're moving on to the next island. And like that's kind of what Demon Slayer is. It's just massively condensed to the point where we have 1 or 2 episodes of them being like train, introduce, and now there's a bad guy.
Right.
And it's like, all right, cool. Like it moves on, and then like there's the Hashira training arc, which is it's gonna be a little bit of a breather. But then the Infinity Castle arc is probably gonna be 24 episodes of just fucking fighting.
Yeah.
Like it's like, and if you didn't like the
and is that it? There's 2 arcs left?
Yeah. After Swordsman's Village, there's Hashira training arc, and then Infinity Castle, which is the longest arc by far and away. Yeah. So it's gonna be maybe 12. It could be 12, maybe plus. I'm gonna stop speculating about episodes because apparently that's a bad look on me. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. And so like if you don't like just Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and the Hashira all battling a bunch of upper ranked demons, holy shit, are you gonna hate the next 40 episodes of this goddamn show? Because that is it from now on.
Yeah.
Like it's just like new place, a couple more upper ranked demons, like because that's the thing. So believe it or not, they beat these 2 upper ranked demons. Crazy thought. And then it's just like
settle down before you
Akaza
infuriate me with spoilers.
No, it's just Akaza, Doma, and Kokishibu, and then like Muzan, and they have to who they have to work through in the Infinity Castle.
Right.
And
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm into it. Like, I love the characters and their like the clever ways that they like take on their opponents. Like, that's really all I need. If anything, I didn't love when it was an adventure. Like season 1, I could take or leave with Demon Slayer.
Yeah. If we could go back to manga for a second.
Yeah.
So this is another thing. I'm also caught up with MHA, and MHA also it was all like I say this. I feel like I say this every week. I'm like, oh, we got such a crazy week in anime, but there's so many big things. Like it's like I feel like we're gonna look back in this time, and if like I don't think the animes of these things will line up, but like I've never seen a crazier like couple of weeks in manga between like what happened in Boruto, what happened in MHA, what happened in JJK, what's happening in Chainsaw Man right now, which I'm not gonna spoil. There's just so much going on, and it's kind of wild that it's all like leading into the Shonen Jump 1 week break. But MHA might have had its best chapter ever.
Wow.
It's like it is to the walls nuts.
Yeah.
Like it's like the return of one of the most iconic characters suiting up in a way we've never seen him do it before, battling an eternal rival. It is. I'm afraid. Like can I
what
talk about it a little bit?
I don't think anyone. I think it'd even just be bad for views. Like it's not even just me. I don't think
I'm not going to spoil it.
I think most people aren't caught up with the manga.
I just want to. Oh god, I want to talk about it so goddamn badly. So like, iconic character who has been gone for a while. He back.
You're so bad at this.
He back a little bit. He back a little bit. And everyone's big hype.
Yeah.
Big hype. So that's all I'm gonna say. Like it's the interwebs are buzzing right now.
Gotcha.
Manga up.
Yeah, nice.
Big.
Yeah.
Invest.
Yeah, buy manga.
Buy manga.
Buy manga.
Sell manga.
Yeah.
Danny's buying.
Buy,
That's a bad
buy,
sign. No.
buy manga.
Sell it, goddammit.
You're hired. You're hired?
No.
You're fired. Fired. We can't don't just look at me.
I love when we do prop skits. when there's like 6,000 people will be like, what the fuck are they talking about? And next? That is it. Do you want to do our game?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
Nice.
So
how do we
already stated, me and Danny last week did a silhouette guessing game, 15 characters, but unfortunately, neither of us got power. So ended up 7-7 because Nick put on his big boy pants at the end. If we're being real, I was down 4.
You came in clutch.
I was down 4. I think I won 4 straight to bring it to a tie. So again, this week we are doing another silhouette guessing game.
Where is it? Do you have it? Take your time.
I think I stank. So just like with last week,
my award.
Oh no, God! Don't hit it too hard. The super glue might come off. Oh yes. So we have the dollar bill, just like last week. Unfortunately, for those of you watching live, you will not get to see this until we post it, which is, I guess a pretty good reason for you
got to see our excitement.
Yeah, exactly. You also got to watch us stumble our way through a ad, which will probably mostly be cut. So
God, I want it. Can we somehow save the uncut version? We can do a
raw cut, for sure. We can do a raw cut and put that out. I'm sure Manscaped would fucking love that.
Yeah.
But we definitely have to make the most out of the coherence of that. So
I just like that in that ad, it'll cut from me being like, trim your balls with Manscaped's Manscaper, and then it cuts, and I have tears in my eyes, and I'm like, get the ball softener.
Get your fucking balls stoned. All right. But thanks to overall overlay this all because, magic of editing and me and Danny.
Now, Nick, don't grab the fucking dollar unless you know the character.
I could say the same to you, sir.
I don't do that.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure about that.
I think
there are so many times when you grab me, you're like, and then you don't.
Because I know it, and then I get nervous.
I don't believe you. You gotta know it.
Fake $100 bill, and I'm thinking about all the money I could earn if I know this.
I'm just saying, if you pick it up, and then you're like, oh, I don't know it, I think you should deduct a point.
Deduct a point?
I think it should be deducted.
No.
Oh, no?
It's just called guessing wrong.
Right,
I could be like, oh,
you can guess wrong, but if you're like, nothing. You know?
Well, then it's yours. Then you get it.
Well, all right, then
you get it.
All right, then go. That's fine. Go.
Trying to deduct my points.
Let's go.
All right.
Asta.
You motherfucker.
That's tricky because they gave him 2 swords.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, he doesn't usually have 2 swords. He usually has like the demon destroyer or the demon. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was quick.
That's interesting.
1-0. We need to keep like actual score of like who's like winning this time so we actually know. Oh, also, Stank cut down on the black screen time. Oh, come on. All Might.
Wow, that was lightning quick. That was real fast.
Let's just say he was front of the brain.
That's an easy one.
If you know, you know.
God, you're so bad at spoilers.
If YK...
You're so bad. It's so obvious.
YK.
It's so obvious.
YK.
God, I hate being on the show with you.
Oh, yeah, because you have a year until you get there to the anime. You're fine.
Golly.
Beast Titan.
It's
Let's
me.
go. It's you.
I saw it. I was like, why am I on here?
Yeah, you're like,
and that's what got me confused.
It's a self-portrait?
1-2.
Those long-ass arms.
That's so funny. Wow.
What a fuck.
Wow. It's Luffy.
That's definitely the Beast Titan.
Yeah, you
what
get it.
You
get it. It's 1-2. That's so funny.
It was a silhouette of the Beast Titan. It was
That's
Luffy
so
all
funny.
stretched out.
Dr. Stone.
Put it fucking down.
His name is Dr.
His name is
Stone.
Senko, you cuck.
His name is Dr. Stone.
Senko.
I got it right.
No, you didn't.
I got that right. His name is Dr. Stone.
His name is not Dr. Stone. It's the name of the show.
That's Dr. Stone, but I knew it. But I knew it.
No.
If that doesn't count, then Stank should have been able to put on a Food Wars character.
I haven't seen it. Ichigo.
Yeah, I guess so. I was gonna say, I guess I don't even know his name. I was gonna say the fucking shark guy from the Akatsuki.
Kisame?
Yeah, Kisame.
Gotcha. That absolutely counts.
No, it doesn't.
You don't get
that
Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone. I should know it.
Oh my God.
Or I should have it.
What if you said Naruto for Naruto?
Yu-Gi-Oh, bitch. Yami Yugi.
You can't just keep saying
That's his name. His name is Yu-Gi-Oh.
His name is Yugi.
It's Yami Yugi.
His name is
I said it. What are you talking about?
You grabbed the dollar and you said the wrong thing.
I got that. It's 2-3.
That's 4.
I got it.
We're all over the fucking.
You're out of your mind.
I don't know the score. Piccolo.
You fucker, you didn't know.
You said Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dr. Stone.
I'm gonna dive across this table. I can't believe it.
I wish you would. I'm getting.
Wow,
I'm
you're just going.
I'm gonna lawn mow you.
You're not fucking doing it right,
You
Nick.
said Dr. Stone.
That's his name. That's the show.
His name is Senku. Please.
I don't know it.
Oh fuck! I know it. Shit. Fucking.
Is that Shaman King?
No, it's from Castlevania. It's Trevor.
Wow.
It's Trevor Belmont.
Wow, you didn't get it. It showed it when you said it.
Yeah, but I knew it.
You didn't get it.
I knew. We can't do this again. We'll tie.
But you didn't get it.
We'll fucking tie.
Nick didn't get that one. He was saying the name too. Yuji.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That just looks
That's
like
a hard one.
That
Yeah,
looks like
looks like a
who's the boxer from Smash Brothers? The punch him up guy.
Lil Mike.
Lil Mike.
Lil Mac.
Little Mac.
That's a hard one.
I don't know the score. I do not know the fucking score.
I don't either.
There's gonna be so many polls.
No, go. I'm sorry. I'm breaking my own rule. Yeah, it's hard, right?
I think you might be from Dr. Stone as well.
Kirishima.
Kirishima.
Wow, I never would have gotten it.
In a million years, I wouldn't have got Kirishima.
Fucked. This score is fucked.
I think we're back on odds now. I think we're back on odds, so we're fine.
Hinata from Haikyuu? Yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
Jesus fucking Christ.
These are tough.
These are really hard.
Because they're just regular looking people
That's just
sometimes.
a guy. I can't tell he's wearing knee pads and a silhouette, Stank.
The shorts did it for me. I was like, who's in shorts?
What in the fuck?
I'm like willing to help you. It's like a Naruto one, right? No, get out of here.
It's Hibana. Her name's Hibana. Yeah, Hibana. I know that.
That looks like Amaterasu, doesn't it?
It looks like she was wearing an axe.
Wow.
These are hard.
These are so hard.
Oh my God.
Datara. Let's go, baby.
He's literally right there. He's right.
Yeah, Nick's looking at him.
I think we're fucking back on even. We've gotten 3 wrong. We're back on even.
This has been the best podcast episode.
I think it's 6-6. I think that's the last one.
No, there should be 15 if it's 6. Oh wait, you're right.
Oh, thank God.
Is that Shaman King?
Aizawa.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
I've never even seen Shaman King.
Yeah, I don't know why you're so focused on Shaman King.
I don't know. That's good. Good on you.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's tough.
I was like, who's got all these fucking ropes?
These are so hard that I'm not even like, I gotta beat you. I'm like,
we're just sitting here looking.
Have it.
I
super
fucking
have
know,
it. I have
Stank.
no idea.
Is it one of the Chimera ants? I don't.
Is that a black clover guy?
That's one of the. His name's Veto.
It looks like Jesus.
Veto?
Tiebreaker round.
I don't know. I don't know if we might be tied.
Pikachu!
Neither of us got the dollar.
Holy shit. I said it!
Pikachu!
I had the dollar!
How might is right.
No.
You never got the dollar.
No!
You never got the dollar.
Here's what happened, listeners.
Might is right.
We both slammed down. We're at a stalemate.
It was literally...
And then I said Pikachu. I've never had...
You can't
Every one of our games has been so genuinely ambiguous.
I have no idea what the score was.
That's so funny.
We'll find out.
Wow.
We'll find out. God. I have no idea. Should we ask chat?
Yeah.
All right, chat. Do we have any idea?
I'm exhausted.
Strong arm N6.
Here's the thing. Here's a recap.
They're saying Nick 6, Danny 4. That doesn't feel like enough. No, we definitely did.
Yeah, there's like 15.
We missed like 5.
Oh, well, true. Maybe Nick 6. But there's so many ambiguous ones too.
There was. You're not getting Dr. Stone. You'll have to.
I have Dr. Stone. What are you talking about?
That out of my
his name.
Hands.
He's a doctor. What's his last name?
I don't know.
Stone.
His last name is not.
His name's Senku Stone.
No, it's not. It's not Senku Stone.
Guys,
he's not even he's not even an actual doctor.
I get Yu-Gi-Oh.
He's a high schooler.
I get Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's
because then I said Yami Yugi.
Second. You said we cannot grab the dollar bill.
But then before I let go of it, I was like Yami Yugi, and I knew it in the beginning.
Because I couldn't answer because you were holding the dollar bill, Danny. It doesn't matter, Danny. If you're on, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they ask you what's the capital of New York, it's Albany, by the way, not New York City. And you go, oh, New York City, and they're like, oh wait, no, I mean Albany. They're going with New York City.
Didn't I do this exact same argument last week at you?
Because you said if I was asking the capital of New York and I said New York City, which isn't the capital of New York, it's Albany. You grew up, you went to college there. You didn't know that.
I didn't go to college in Albany.
You went to college in New York.
Yeah. Wow.
Specifically upstate.
Wow.
You're as close to Albany as you get, baby.
I'm bringing liar's dice next time. I need a game I can win.
I swear to God, if we tied again, we're both just wearing shorts.
Wearing shorts, yeah.
Yeah, we're both doing it.
I don't know what our next game will be. I do love this one, but we should come up with some audio game.
I think we're planning on doing the dub voice lines.
Oh, that's hype.
Yes.
That's gonna be awesome.
The dub voice lines has got to be it.
That one's gonna be a more one-sided one because I've seen more dub than you, obviously.
Way more.
So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a collection of dub voice lines, and I've been good. I've been helping Stank and making sure that they are like, it's not just someone being like, ha, you think you've beaten me. Like, they have context, you know?
You're gonna have to try harder than that.
Like, they have context. But it'll be like 15 or whatever, and then you listen to them, and then I guess if you get the majority, we'd say, you know, like 7 or 8, if you get 8 right, then I have to show up to the next podcast drunk. And if not, vice versa.
You drive yourself here. Do I have to pick you up? Do we have to Uber you? Do we have to get drunk before the podcast?
It's like a 2-hour-long podcast. I'll sober up.
On the drive?
I'll get here.
It's a long drive. I'll be sober by the time I get home.
I'll drive here. Take 2 shots. It's all it'll take.
Fair.
And then by the end of the podcast, I'm not drunk anymore, hopefully.
I would love...
Or we do our licorice recoil night that night.
I would love that as well.
Okay.
Me and Danny have been meaning to have a date night together where we watch Licorice Recoil, and we have yet to do it yet.
Worst case scenario, you have to be drunk, which will take like a whole handle. If you lose, you have to be drunk.
God, it's so hard to get me drunk, Daniel. It's going to take so long. It's an hours process.
We'll pregame for our podcast.
It's an hours process. Like, I can drink like 9 hours straight. God, I just did it for 3 days.
I can't wait for that podcast where we're inevitably trying to fuck around with our audio settings, and I'm like, Nick, can you get off your phone? You're like, here, get over here, and like swiping at shit, and I have to beat you into submission.
If we're being entirely real, I was looking up news. I had no news. Do you have a best boy?
Yeah. Was Street Fighter mine last week?
No.
Street Fighter 6.
Gotcha.
Here's the thing. Despite my phone case, I don't know if anyone can see it, but it's Chun-Li doing a kick. Despite your mouse pad.
I have the better Chun-Li.
Which is Chun-Li's tits.
Bingo. This got sent to me. A viewer was like, I'm sending you an Esdeath booby mouse pad. And it just turned out to be Chun-Li. And I was like, majorly different.
Funny. That's so funny. But despite my Street Fighter phone case, I hate Street Fighter. I love fighting games.
It's a weird thing to have beef with.
It's not even beef. It's just like the characters aren't very interesting. Like they're not cool looking. I like Sagat.
It's not Tekken.
It's not Tekken. Tekken's sick.
Or Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear, great characters. Like every fighting game, I have my thumb on the pulse of every fighting game. Genuinely, from Mortal Kombat to them's fighting herds. I know.
No idea what you just said, but okay.
All the characters are deer.
Them's fighting herds.
Yeah.
So is it transgender people fighting deer?
That's funny. It's them's fighting words. It's a pun on that.
Them's fighting words. I thought it was...
That's funny.
Okay, because that would be fucking hilarious.
You're all right, Nick Connor.
I'll try my hardest.
So I've got my thumb on the pulse on like every fighting game. I can never get into Street Fighter. Just like characters, there was no character I could really latch onto in terms of like aesthetic, moveset, anything like that. Seth is kind of cool. I know you don't know him.
He's the Mimi guy with the blonde hair.
No, that's Guile. Seth is like naked, blue, just a like Dr. Manhattan ripoff.
Interesting.
He kind of cool. But anyway, Street Fighter 6 is coming out, came out with a demo. It is animation-wise, graphics-wise, gameplay feel-wise, the most satisfying fighting game I have ever played.
Nice.
And just so people know, I got this Street Fighter phone case like a year ago. They have not contacted me.
Wasn't that a Casetify thing?
Yeah, Casetify sent it to me.
They sent me a snake. I was like, I love anime, and they were like, a snake? And I was like, nope, but okay.
Like, I know you mean phone case. I like that they just sent you like a Cobra.
What the fuck?
When you Casetify box.
Yeah, oh no. Surprise, bitch.
That's so funny. Just like reverse sponsorship. Like we don't want to sponsor you. We want to hinder you. We will pay to make you worse.
Yeah, just imagine typing that invoice out. Just like for the snake bite, please.
It's so funny. But this is the most satisfying fighting game I've ever played. The animations are so crisp. The effects are awesome. The characters are like still not... It's very like goofy Street Fighter's aesthetic, but the redesigns, and they hardly redesign shit. Like all the characters...
It's a reskinning.
Look, well, no, like the mechanics are different, but like Ryu looks identical game to game. Cammy's identical game to game. Chun-Li... This game, they've like taken a crack at like actually redesigning the characters.
Oh, okay.
So they're a little cooler, like Cammy, instead of being this like, I'm sure she's on here somewhere on your boob desk, but instead of being this like,
I don't even know who Cammy is.
She's like a green, like skin tight leotard with like a beret.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but now she's like this yoga pants wearing like British chick who's somehow way hotter.
Oh, I see it. She looks like Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah, she's very Zero Suit Samus. But, like, they're redesigning, which is cool. It's just, like, I'm hyped for the Street Fighter game. The demo was so fun. Comes out June 1st. Again, not an ad, but just buy it so it does well and gets DLC forever.
The attention it needs.
Not that it won't get it being Street Fighter, but I'll be streaming.
My best boy of the week is also video game related.
Whoa.
It's Bethesda. Because they released what many are panning as
Redfall?
the worst video game in years.
Yeah.
A full $70 game, $69.99. People are saying it looks worse than PS3 games from a decade ago.
Yeah.
Completely broken on launch. The vampires are, they can kill them with a UV gun, but they also can just exist outside in the sun.
Right.
Yeah, so the UV gun. The UV gun will get them, but not the sun.
Not the sun, not the God's UV gun. Yeah.
The sun is a deadly laser. And so it's being like, everyone's saying it's awful. It looks terrible. You shoot a car 3 times, the windows don't like break, but like the car explodes.
Yeah.
It looks like Cyberpunk when it first came out. It's like, but if you ran Cyberpunk when it first came out on a PS2,
right?
It looks horrible.
Wow.
And it's a shame because it's based out of Massachusetts, and that is vaguely where I'm from. And I was like, damn, we could have got a little bit of love, like it was like The Departed or something. But nope. Instead, Bethesda decided, let's just keep this track record of being the worst video game producer in the history of video games.
That sucks too, because it's Arcane Studios who makes Dishonored, or made Dishonored, and probably will never again, and maybe will never make a video game again.
Because it's like getting review bombed on Steam.
This is doing terribly. No one's gonna buy it. Prey did awful. Deathloop was reviewed well. No one bought it.
I haven't even heard of Deathloop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it may have won Game of the Year in its year.
Prey?
I think. No, Deathloop.
Deathloop.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It sucks because the Dishonored's so good. Dishonored 2, little fun game lore for you.
Gotcha.
Made no money because it came out the same year. It came out the same month as Titanfall 2, which was awesome.
So good.
So one of my favorite games of all time, which also made no money because both of those games came out the same month as Battlefield 1, which made all the money.
Which was also the worst out of those 3 games.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Battlefield 1 was objectively not good.
Yeah.
Battlefield 2 was fun, but Battlefield 1 was just like, oh my god, there's 64 of us, and we're all dressed up as stormtroopers. This is sick.
Have you played Battlefield 1?
Yes. We did a bunch of heroes and villains back in the day, and that was like the only game mode we really played.
Wait.
What?
Battlefield, not Front.
Oh, Battlefield 1.
It is.
That was the best Battlefield.
That's why I was like, I was trepidatiously agreeing with you. I was like, it's not worth it.
Battlefield 1 was
Battlefield,
so
the World War
good.
One. Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
The last good Battlefield.
Yeah, I like 4. I don't love first-person shooters in not modern day, just because I'm like, I don't what is this fucking rickety ass gun that I can't with no attachments. It comes to that.
It's got a bayonet.
Yeah,
but the bayonet charges in Battlefield 1 was
no,
so much fun.
Battlefield 1's incredible. It's just personal preference. But they all came out the same month, and so Dishonored made no money, and then Titanfall 2 made a little bit more, and then Battlefield 1 made the rest of the money.
It was so good, though. I would whip around in the artillery truck and just sit on the edge of the map and just blow people away. Sniping was also so satisfying.
Battlefield's so fun. I miss that series.
Fun. God, I wish they made good video games to this day. Do you have any flashbacks? Any news? A lot of new games are coming. Honkai Star Rail just dropped. You know what's wild?
What?
I got offered to make an ad about Honkai Star Rail a year ago.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, they were like, do you want to do a playthrough of this and like we'll give you? And I was like, I had just gotten paid to do a dedicated video on my YouTube, and I was like, oh yeah, I was doing $1,000 per minute back then. I'm not gonna give you my rate now, but I was like, yeah, $7,000.
Wait, on YouTube?
Yeah. I was like $7,000. I'll do a 10-minute video.
Wow.
And they never got back to me. And I was like, I fucking blew it. And I was like, shit.
That's tough. It sucks that they don't come back with a counter offer. Yeah, they're just like, bye.
No, fucking peace, see you later. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. I guess I don't get to play Honkai Star Rail. Which it's Genshin Impact.
Yeah,
right?
It's Genshin Impact in space, made by Miho.
Okay.
Miho. So it's the same thing, but it's turn-based. It's a turn-based RPG.
Interesting.
Which is a little more fitting for a gacha, in my opinion. I know you don't like turn-based.
I hate turn-based.
Yeah. It seems like...
I don't like waiting.
Yeah.
Why am I waiting?
For your turn.
I know, it sucks. I can wait in a line anywhere. I don't want to do it in the comfort of my own home.
Don't act like going to the B-list line at an AMC is the equivalent of playing Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I gotta do XCOM and roll the dice and hope I actually get a headshot here. No, not for me.
But so that just came out, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Have you heard of that?
Could they have fit more words in that title?
Are you a Grand Blue Fantasy person?
Yeah, big. One of my favorite.
Huge liar.
Love them.
Yeah.
You know, I liked them back when they were Grand Red Fantasy.
Do you think you're saving time by lying? Because that's why most people lie.
What the fuck is Grand Blue Fantasy?
I'm not sure. It's like one of those. It's like a Japanese game huge in Japan.
There's so many of them. There's so many that are just massive there, and we're just like, what is that?
It's like what Genshin should be, you know? Like, where it's one of those games that I'm shocked somehow got, like, localization and mass appeal here. But, like, so Grand Blue's, I don't know, it's some game, but there's a fighting game made by the Guilty Gear people of it.
Gotcha.
That came out a few years ago. It got a ton of DLC characters. Not a lot of people played it, at least in the West. But they're coming out with, like, a sequel, essentially. Like, more characters, new mechanics, updated graphics.
Shit.
That's getting a thing.
There's like, it's so funny because you walk around in Japan and like, I am a very seasoned weeb. Like, I feel like I know most of the stuff. Like, and I'll walk into these stores and I'm like, entire stores dedicated to one like game or one show.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I was walking around with Dorothy and I was like, oh my God, there's so many anime things. Let's go in there. And I was walking around and I was like, I'm a fucking fraud. I was like, I have no idea what any of this is. And I was just like, She was like, you don't want to buy anything? And I was like, I was like, no, I didn't like this show that much, you know? We'll just go.
Even to Dorothy, you're a liar.
I was like, I have no clue what any of this is.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna say, Grand Blue's like Guilty Gear, like a rung under Guilty Gear in terms of like popularity.
Gotcha.
By virtue of what Guilty Gear is.
So
you know what I mean?
I literally got Guilty Gear when I was like back when I used to stream, and I was like, oh, it was like it just came out. It was like Guilty Gear Drive or whatever. Strive, that one. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Like I'll play through like the tutorial with everyone.
Oh,
yeah,
you played the story mode.
It's
Big
a fucking
mistake.
movie. It's
Big
just
mistake.
a movie.
Yeah. So you have Guilty Gear Strive.
I literally might actually have it on this computer. Yeah.
We should play it.
It's not downloaded currently.
Well,
I thought we were doing our Siege hour.
Oh,
I thought we were gonna be.
Let's do Siege. I'm down. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be. Me and Dane are getting back into Rainbow Six. So
I have no friends to play fighting games with. I play every fighting game.
I don't think we need 1v1 competition. I think we should work together.
I think
we should.
They need 1v1 competition between us. I think people would love it.
I'll play you in Smash. I'm good at Smash.
Smash isn't fun to me.
I'll play you in Multiversus if they ever decide to bring it back. If they ever decide to give everybody their skins again.
We'll be in talks.
Yeah. I don't just like Mortal Kombat was like fun growing up, but I got tilted, man. I got
That's hype. That's good.
I'm not. No, I don't like it.
They would love it.
I become a bad person. Here's
the thing. I have 2 stakes for games
we
should do. One should be whoever loses chooses the game we stream. It'll be like a one stream deal because I know we're both kind of waned off streaming.
Yeah.
But like whoever wins gets.
It's almost like it's incredibly taxing and hard to do. What people don't tell you.
But we'll do whoever wins gets to choose our like that week's event stream. Another one I want to do that won't even be game stakes. I want to do one where we both give each other a short anime or like 12 episodes most to watch because I hate that you haven't seen Arcane.
And we have to give like a book report.
Yeah, and we come back. I want to like send you home with Arcane. And then you send me home with like Castlevania Season 2 or whatever.
I love the idea of book reports.
Yeah, we should do that.
We should make that should be our game. Like that should be like the role of our games.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, you lost Silhouette.
Yeah.
Here's your homework.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
I like that.
That's really good.
Oh, we're absolutely fucking doing that.
Okay.
All right, but like
you're best boy.
Okay, my best boy, or no, my Flashback episode. Is it's nothing crazy. But Netflix added Demon Slayer Entertainment arc to Netflix.
Whoa, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, so the entirety of the entire like the Entertainment District arc is now on Netflix. So if you want to catch up with everything leading up to the Swordsmith Village arc, you now can, so long as you have Netflix. Which I know a lot of people do watch their anime on Netflix because let's be real, the UI is the best, and most of our parents had it and we're still on their accounts. So the entirety of Entertainment District arc is now on Netflix. Go fucking watch it.
Wow, that's funny. I have been getting DMs a lot today because I put up that Demon Slayer poll. People being like, I can't find this. This is out. Where is it?
Yeah.
And it's wild to me that people's first instinct isn't Crunchyroll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's always, and I get that is.
If you follow me, you should know what Crunchyroll is.
Yeah, partially that for sure. But it's also like, I forget that as like before this became my job, I was like, oh, Crunchyroll's this fucking nothing app with no shows on it.
Dude, we are so out of touch. It's quite literally insane. Like I can't somebody DM'd me earlier today. This girl on TikTok was like, can you guys like at Nick? I want to ask him questions about Naruto. She's asking me all these questions about Naruto, and she's like, so Madara, so why is Obito weaker as a Jinchuriki than he was before? She was like, I feel like when he became the 10-tails Jinchuriki, he got weaker. And I was like, yeah, that's something we all talk about. Like, it was just like, it was kind of funny to watch her like stumble into these questions that the entire Naruto community's been like, yeah, like it's like I was like, this is the explanation we have. Like, we think he was like an unsuitable 10-tails Jinchuriki, or if like they had like made him Madara level, that it would have been like it would have been like derailed the plot and shit like that. She was like, oh, that's fucking stupid. She was like, why could they make the 10-tails with only part of the 9-tails and the 8-tails? And she was like, doesn't that kind of negate the entire war arc if they could have just done that from the jump? And I was like, yeah, it does. Yeah. And I was like, I have no explanation for you. She's like, oh, I'm furious. Yeah. And I was like, it was so weird to just like watch somebody like come to these questions for the first time and like not have them be like
come out of their cocoon.
Yeah, like, and just like not have them be like an ingrained part of like who they are as a person. It was like, oh my God, it's a breath of fresh air. It was so nice.
That's so funny.
So love letters.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are listening or watching at home and not currently watching, as me and Danny are talking, where we poll our live audience for questions that they're curious about from us, and then we answer it live for them, which is a fun little perk. And if you guys become members over on the YouTube, it's a fun little perk that you get to enjoy. I'm gonna go pop over to the computer and get some.
Woo! What anime changed your life?
So I actually recently made a video about this on YouTube, and it's the first video I've ever like fully cried in. It's not a good look by any means. And it was because I was doing this like introspective piece on Meruem. And I just wanted to like talk about Meruem because like obviously he's one of my favorite characters. I have him tattooed on me. He was one of my first big tattoos. And like while I was divulging into the story of Meruem, I realized how much he meant for me and like how much like the story of Hunter x Hunter saved my life.
Wow.
Like watching Meruem go from this monster who nobody loved or understood to like a character who realized the entire purpose of his life was to live for a moment and like live through each other. I was like, I was choking back tears trying to make the video. And by the end of it, I'm just like, I'm a mess. I need to go right now. I can't do it. I'm just like, all right, like the video, share, leave it alone. It was horrendous. But yeah, so I mean, it's a dumb answer because obviously every time Nick's like, oh, what's your favorite anime? I say Hunter x Hunter, but it's Hunter x Hunter. It's genuinely probably saved my life.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like if Demon Slayer came out when I was a kid, I bet I would have latched on to Tanjiro so hard. But since it didn't, I latched on to Naruto like aggressively in terms of like, because Naruto had such a hardcore like underdog story with that like fucking shot of him on the swing and like everyone being like, oh, that kid was fucked from the start. No one wants to talk to him. Like on top of not having parents, he has a demon inside of him. And on top of all that, he's obnoxious. Yeah. On top of all that, he sucks.
Like kind of a brat. Yeah.
And so I love that he like just brute forces his way through getting people to like him and like winning battles. Because like Tanjiro is an underdog in the sense that like he doesn't have a family, doesn't have any friends, but like he's nice. Like he doesn't have any friends like because he doesn't know any, you know what I mean?
He just like lives in the mountains with his family.
Yeah, and like Luffy like doesn't care about having friends. Like he wants crew members, but he's not like angsting about how no one likes him.
No, there's definitely a distinction between like friends and crew members for Luffy. Like there is like I would say they're all friendly. Yeah. And like they all love each other, but like they are like kind of like they work under him. There's like a power system.
Yeah, and also if like Zoro had told Luffy no more sternly or whatever, like Luffy would have just moved on to the next person, right? Like
you'll learn from Luffy like later on, like he doesn't take no for an answer.
Well,
like, genuinely.
Yeah, but it's not like out of a want for friendship. Like it's not out of a want for like affirmation and companionship. Whereas Naruto like is a classic like middle school loner. Like you can really like there's something really relatable about like his kind of hurt and like he just absolutely like refuses to let anyone like tell him he's not going to achieve his dream of becoming the president of the village.
Of all ninjas.
Yeah, like, and so that was like he was just so like inspiring in terms of like a never give up attitude.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely what you have to bring home from Naruto is like the inspiration in like overcoming what would seem like impossible odds.
Yeah.
Like that's like the true beauty of the story. Even I think that's really like, even if you're like, oh, the war arc is stupid, there's plot holes, like the overcoming of like incredible odds that Naruto undergoes is what makes it a masterpiece. Like I'll sit here and shit on Naruto as long as I want to. It's basically my job.
Yeah.
But like, there is obviously a level of like this character started from nothing and worked his way to everything that you can't help but respect.
Well, it's also like every MC is like, I gotta save people, I gotta save blah blah. But like Naruto is the only one who like every character, other than Asta actually. Asta's so close to Naruto in terms of like everything I've just said.
Yeah.
But Naruto is like one of the characters where like everyone in his school is such a dick. And like to him, and like not worth him saving, but he does just because he's like, this is what's right. I'm not gonna let you like, die out here.
My brother in Christ, that's the entire show.
Yeah,
Sasuke
well, like,
didn't deserve to be saved one iota.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like, despite everyone being so shitty to him, he is like, I have morals and I'm sticking to them. Like
exactly.
you aren't gonna tell me I'm not gonna achieve my goal, and you're not gonna make me a worse person.
Exactly.
Like fuck you, I refuse.
Like he literally just like Sasuke is just like, I don't want to be your friend. He's like, wow.
Yeah,
no.
I disagree.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a hard no there, my G.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. And then eventually he wins, and like Sasuke closes with like, I lose, and it's a beautiful moment. But like, there's obviously like a lot of lows along the line where it's like, all right, this could have been done better. But like, if you take Naruto for what it achieved in its barest form, that's why it's incredible.
If you just take Naruto from the base show and then like from beginning to like when him and Sasuke fight, that's all you need. Like it's so hype. And then the filler happens and then Shippuden happens. And
then bing, bang, boom, we're 750 episodes in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's everything we got this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening to Otakus Anonymous. I'm sorry that my voice sounds awful. Next time I go to a rave, I'm going to try to scream less. But then again, no promises. I love yelling. I kind of do it for a job. My name is Nick, NCHammer23 and the Weeb Commander. If you guys want to follow us on short form, please follow us on the TikTok. It's Otakus Anonymous. I think that's just Otakus Anonymous podcast, maybe on TikTok. Maybe I'm blanking. You're right. I am bad at these.
I don't know.
If you want to ask those questions, guys, Otakus Anon on Twitter, great place to do it, or reach out over email, otakusanonymouspodcast@gmail.com. If you guys want to watch us live, memberships on YouTube start at $4.99 a month. It's a great way to support me and Danny as we struggle our way through creating a podcast. There's also other perks like 15% off our merch store, and cool stickers and emotes and all of that. And that is everything I need to plug outside of, go follow the reels on Instagram and all of that. I think we're about to hit 4K there, which is huge.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. We're like Instagram.
Wow, that's real big. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not,
for Instagram, yeah, that's
not the end
right.
of the world. And my award-winning director friend, Daniel, who are you?
I am Daniel Motta, the award-winning director of the short film Portraits, which I'm sure will be on some YouTube channel in the next 6 months. Once it's done raking in every award on the East Coast, East, West, and Middle Coast.
Should we release it on Otakus Anonymous?
I don't know. I gotta figure out where to release it in terms of algorithm and such.
You know what I forgot?
What?
So you remember how I was like, if we hit 100,000 before the end of the year,
you'll get a tattoo of me?
you on. Well, so it was either that or I buy you the $4,000 Gundam.
Oh, that's right.
So that was the real question. So I think,
fuck, no one's gonna side with the Gundam.
Well, yeah, probably not. But like, I'm thinking, what if like we released the Snyder cut of Portraits at a certain amount, like on a certain number of like followers. It's like, hey, if you guys,
what is the Snyder cut of Portraits?
Or
I don't have bonus footage.
No. What I'm saying is like, or like if you become a member, like if we get a certain amount of members, we can release Portraits members only. So you guys can watch Danny's short film.
Maybe we could do that. I gotta figure it out because there's like I gotta figure it out with like the fucking algorithm of Portraits. Maybe we'll do like a screening. Like a screening of it.
Virtual screening.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
We could do that.
I'm getting like little tuxes.
Yeah, that'd be hype.
Yeah, get like champagne, spill it all over
that'll
ourselves.
Be fun. We can do a little screening, and people can like it'll screen for like one night, and then it'll go dark for another month, and then go on YouTube or whatever.
I love that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's me.
Cool, guys. Thank you so much for listening this week. We will see you next week when maybe Danny will have a second trophy.
Adios.
Bye. Mwah.